We all read about domestic violence in the news, but what does it mean here in Arizona? You may be surprised to hear that domestic violence is not itself an offense, but simply defines the relationship between the parties. Here in Arizona, that can be family, romantic partners, or roommates. The most common type of domestic violence case we see is between a husband and wife at home. Oftentimes it's about concerns that one of the spouses may be unfaithful. There could be a fight over the phone, the police get called, and that can result in a domestic violence charge. More often than not, the person that called police is going to be identified as the victim, which means the other party could be going to jail. The person that's arrested is going to be taken to the nearest jail and is going to have to wait to see a judge. That can be anywhere from 24 hours from the time that they're arrested. The important thing that happens is release conditions are set, and the judge determines on what conditions that person can be released, but two conditions are certain. One, no contact with the alleged victim, and two, to not return to the scene of the crime. Although a person may be ordered to not return to the scene of the crime, which is generally their primary residence, they'll be allowed what's called civil standby, which means if they bring a law enforcement officer, they get maybe about 15 minutes to collect their personal belongings. That person will then have to go to court and defend against the charges. If convicted, they could be facing serious penalties like jail time, fines and fees, and in Arizona, we have a mandatory minimum 26-week domestic violence program. However, there are ways to avoid these tough penalties. They can be either being successful in winning at trial, 2, negotiating a favorable resolution with the prosecutor, or 3, moving to have the charges dismissed. In fact, did you know that Arizona ranks 5th highest in the nation for domestic violence cases? If you have any questions about domestic violence or any other criminal case, shoot me a text.